It's the arch nemesis. Oh no! Oh no! No! He's gonna eat me. Archie, no! Okay, bye. Love you. Greetings and salutations to all of you lovely, lovely fluffs out there and non-fluffs alike. Welcome to this very special occasion. Today, well actually it's a number of days ago now, but we are here to celebrate 4,000 subscribers. Wow, I can't even fathom just saying that number. Like, it's unbelievable the amount of you who have decided to take the time to stop by, click to show your support, and to follow and just say hello, and to also sit back and enjoy some quality red velvet marshmallow content. And it really means a lot. Like, 4,000 is just insanity to me, and I cannot begin to even say how thankful I am, how grateful that I could say the same thing over and over, but I want you to know that I am so humbly thankful for all of your support and everything that you've given to this channel over the past 4 years since the reboot. And my goodness, I can't believe it's been that long already. You all are what makes this channel so special, and I would not be able to do any of this if it wasn't for any of you. And I've said it before, I'll say it once again. You all help me live my dream every single day, and if I can give back even just a little bit, I will do it as much as I can. Here today we are doing a Q&A. Haha. You may or may not see your question. If you don't, my apologies. There were quite a bit to sift through. I picked out the ones that I think are going to be very interesting to answer. So if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the comments below and I will be answering. Yes. Here we go. On to the very first question. This first question is from Journey Dog Husky. What furry convention was your startup point for becoming a fursuiter? Well, Journey, that was actually not a furry convention, believe it or not. My first convention that was my startup, if you will, was actually an anime convention called ColossalCon, and it is in Sandusky, Ohio. It's up at the Kalahari Indoor Water Park Resort, and it happens every, say, first weekend of June or so. And that was back in 2021. This was fresh out of the pandemic, and everybody was just out of lockdown, so Tangents were a little nervous at the time, so we weren't quite sure how exactly we were going to handle it or what we would be able to do with restrictions and whatnot, but I met so many people there. It was my first ever convention, just getting to fursuit and just be my persona for once. I had fursuited for many years before that, but only at like small events and meetups and things, but I never really got the chance to do it at a convention. So ColossalCon 2021 was my startup point, and it was an absolute game changer. My first furry convention ever was Megaplex 2021 in August, that following August, and that was even more of a magical experience. Like, there's no other word for it. It was magical, and it really brought a whole new perspective to my life, a turning point, if you will, even, and it really changed a lot about how I see myself and how I see others and how I can interact with others, just being a big fluffy animal. So yeah, thank you for your question. Next question comes from Kiara9786, and they say, because everything is better if it has furry? Heart emoji. I would have to agree with you, Kiara. As a matter of fact, you see those on little signs at gift shops. The best things in life are furry, right? And it seems like the world just knows that the best things in life are indeed furry. So here we are. As you can see, in this crazy fandom that we live in, this crazy fandom that we participate in, you will see some of the nicest, most creative, most charitable people that you'll ever meet in your life. So if those aren't good things, then I don't know what is. Our next question comes from Spade Pikachu. Don't you just hate it when you cough up a hairball, or when you need to cough up a hairball in the middle of recording? Thanks for reminding me. I forgot about that. Archie, clear your throat before recording, please. Oh, our next question comes from Harrison Yagami, and they say, can you make more video, I guess? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, here's more video for you right now. You see the little timestamp down there? It's ticking away, showing you that there is more video happening currently right now. Very live at this very moment, even though it's technically not live, but I digress. Let's see. Our next question comes from 99 Power Nation 99. I like that name, by the way. And they ask, so adorable. Oh, thank you. No, you. May I hug and rub your paws or toe beans? I'll make you a deal. I present to you Paws. Have at it. Our next question comes from Tony 2024, and they ask, whoa, Samson, did you get a new fursuit head? Yes, I did. That looks so awesome. Great video, by the way. Thank you very much, Tony. I appreciate that. And yes, I did get a new fursuit head. To those of you who maybe are tuning in for the first time, or you are coming back after a while, and a lot of you already know, but I will reiterate. This head right here was made by the very lovely Sarah Cat Fursuits. She did an amazing job on this right here. It was about a year turnaround, which was absolutely okay with me. I did not mind if it took 2 years even, because oh my gosh, the amount of just that I just felt when I saw the new head for the first time. I could not believe it. It was so worth every single cent and every single minute that went by. So yes, shout out to Sarah. I will link her work down in the description. I believe she is open for commissions at the time of this video, so please check out her page. Go show her some love. Tell her Samson sent you, and I think you will find that she does pretty awesome work. So love you, Sarah. It was good to see you at AC. Thanks for all you do, and thanks for bringing my boy to life. Yay. Our next question comes from Max the Smile Dog, very long time supporter of the channel. Hi, Max. And they say, I'm really glad you had a great time there. I'm assuming you mean a convention. Also, I love your new fursuit. Fursuit head, I believe you're saying. Brand new update. How long have you had your original one? So, if you're referring to my first ever fursuit, which I will post a picture right here, I had that fursuit about 9 years, give or take. And then my second, my 2.0 head, I had for about 4 years, as of May of this year. And this head is about 2 months old. So Samson 2.0 was very much loved. He still is very much loved. You will still be seeing him in different videos. And 3.0 currently is about 2 months old. So he's just a baby. He's just a sweet baby. He's so young. So, but yeah, the OG suit I've had the longest. Ever since 2011 from a very lovely individual by the name of Dante Husky. So shout out to Dante once again for making that a reality for me and getting the ball rolling with all this crazy fursuiting stuff that you see over here. So thank you, Max, for your question. Our next question comes from Meme Lord 2510, and they ask, are you still going to make ASMR with your stuffed fox? It's fine if not, just curious. I believe what you're referring to is my giant stuffed fox, which I'll post. You'll see a screenshot here of what they're referring to. And yes, I do intend to make more snuggle type ASMRs with that fox, because I've had that fox for a very long time and they are very, very special to me. As a matter of fact, they are pretty much life size, so cuddling that fox is so wonderful. Like, it is one of the best feelings in the world, especially when it's a cold night. So you'll be seeing more of the Foxy, the very large Foxy. I believe I named him Theodore, if I remember correctly. You'll be seeing more of Theodore and more ASMRs, I grant you. So stay tuned. Yay! Our next question comes from Fincat ASMR. Oh, a fellow ASMR artist, hello. And they ask, will you be at Anthrocon? Yes. As a matter of fact, I think it's fair to say that I will be at Anthrocon for pretty much the rest of my life. So you can expect me there pretty much every single year. This past year was absolutely insanely good, and I will post the link to the video down below. You can watch the convention video that just went up recently, so you'll see a bunch of lovely floofs that I got to meet and see again, so yay! But yes, I will be at Anthrocon next year, and the year following, and the year after that, and so on and so forth. But I had an absolutely amazing time this year, and I'm so looking forward to next year already. I can't believe that it's already less than a year away, and it's only been, gosh, like what, 3 weeks since Anthrocon already? Oh, almost 4. Oh my gosh, it's almost been a month since Anthrocon. I cannot believe that time has flown that fast. It was such a good con, and it will always, until I can find another con that matches it, it will always be my favorite convention of all time. So shout out to Anthrocon. I love what you all do over there. Thank you for all your support and efforts to us, for making us have a good time, and I'm looking forward to next year. Yay! This next question comes from AP Felfish, I believe. Oh, Apfelfish. I'm so sorry. I can barely see in this. 877, and they ask, why does your head look so shocked? I don't know. Maybe I saw something cute and I was like, I must pet. Let me pet, please. Ah! Now here we have an interesting question. This comes from Nebula Floof, and they ask, how did you come up with Samson the CatFox? Also, congratulations on hitting 4K subscribers. Well, thank you so much, Nebula. I really appreciate that. That is a story. I will give you the abridged version, but basically, I came up with a cat-fox hybrid because simply I wanted both. Sounds very simple, however, it goes a little deeper. When I first got into the fandom, I was like, okay, what do I want to be? What is my persona? What really speaks to me? Well, fox was my original thought. Like, okay, foxes. I like foxes. I've always liked foxes. In fact, I've watched, Robin Hood. I've watched Fox and the Hound. Those were just a couple of movies that I was very, very attached to as a child. And I was like, okay, so I'm a fox. But then I was like, wait a second. I've had cats pretty much all my life. I can't just let that go. I also feel very much attached to cats. Like, I have a cat spirit of some sort. Not necessarily that I am like otherkin or Therian or anything like that. Just more so I felt very connected to cats in that way. And I was like, I want to be a cat too, but I guess I could have two personas, but I don't really want to do that just yet. And funny enough, a very lovely individual who I still talk to occasionally this day, who I met online way back in 2011. This is back when YouTube still had a PM feature, like a direct message feature, messaged me and was like, hey, did you know about hybrids? And I was like, no, what's a hybrid? And they were like, basically, it's your persona, but you can be both species. So I believe they were a fox wolf and still are. And I was like, huh, this completely solves my dilemma. I can be a cat and a fox at the same time. Oh my gosh, this just is a huge game changer. And from there, I was a cat fox, a fox cat, a yip mew, a kitty fox, you name it, every iteration. And I was like, man, this is so cool. I can be both. So I have adopted both ever since basically my first week into the fandom. I have been a cat fox, and I have never wanted to change. Yeah, but cat fox, kitty fox, this will always be the primary. Rest assured, you will always see a cat fox on this screen. Oh, okay. Our next question comes from Joshy Plushy, another longtime supporter. Hi Joshy, how are you? Says, congratulations Sam, I'm very happy for you to reaching a big milestone. My question is, how did you feel when you were going to your very first furry convention? Oh my gosh, well, how did I feel? I wanted to do everything. Like, I was so overwhelmed, excited, I felt like I couldn't breathe at times, and I was just like, I felt like I could not contain any of my emotions. Like, I cried a little bit, I laughed a lot, I just could not stop moving. I was so restless. I barely slept the first night, and it was just an absolutely wonderful experience. And as mentioned before, it was Megaplex was my first con ever, and my gosh, I just couldn't believe I was actually at a furry convention. Like, this was a life goal for so many years, like going on to a decade of never attending a furry convention, and here I was at one. And I think I made a pretty good choice with Megaplex because it's not very big. It's pretty medium size compared to US cons, that is, and US con standards. And it was like the perfect, like, little intimate experience. I saw people that I knew, I met new friends, I got to go with a really good friend of mine, and it was just like, I cannot describe the vibe and the feels that I had. It really put me in a place of just gratefulness and thankfulness, and I just wanted to sit and be there forever and just take in those moments. So I think that convention, Megaplex 2021, was when I truly felt like I was living. Like, I was just in the moment and living, and I will never ever forget that feeling. In fact, whenever I'm at a furry convention, that's how I feel. I like to live in the moment. I like to be there while we can. That's important, to live in the moment. It's important to take every single minute seize every single minute as much as we can, because life may be short, but it's those times, like at a furry convention or a place that you really want to be, maybe even a place you don't want to be. Seize the moment. Enjoy what is in front of you instead of what could be or what was. Thank you, Joshy, for your question. Always happy to hear from you. Oh, okay. Conzio 2023 says, why are those eyes so scary? I see you. And I see you. I don't know if you can see me, but if you stare deep enough, I don't go away. Thanks for your question. I'm sorry if my eyes scare you. Okay, I'm done. Oh wow, Tatiana Day 4278. Hello, Tatiana. You have a fairly long list of questions, but I will do my best to quick fire answer them because this is getting a little long. So here we go. First question: what smoothies do you like? I like banana, and I like strawberry, and I also like vanilla. Yeah, there are vanilla smoothies. I didn't know. Some people may call that a milkshake, but I call it smoothie. Okay, number 2. Have you ever seen Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue? I have not, and I don't think I've ever heard of it either. Number 3. Did you know that there are ASMR videos that involve ear cleaning and licking? Pretty gross. Yeah, I have seen those. There are some very interesting and specialty ASMR videos that I've come across. Some of them I'm not very fond of, but others I was like, hey, I can get an idea from this, so you never know where you'll get some ideas, right? So to each their own, I suppose. Number 4, have you ever thought of doing running gags for your videos? For example, if someone breaks the fourth wall and talks about beating of the video creator's heart, I mean, I suppose I could. I like to do that type of thing in sequels, so my running gag, I guess, would be if I fart. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. And number 5, how would you feel if you were to be guest of honor at Anthrocon, and what would you do? Oh my gosh. And by the way, congratulations on the milestone. I would love to see your reaction when you get the YouTube play button. Oh, that might be a long time before that happens. But thank you, Tatiana. I appreciate the sentiment. To answer your last question, how would I feel and what would I do if I were guest of honor at Anthrocon? Man, I would... Probably one of the first things I would do is I would want to like go backstage to like all of the inner operations of Anthrocon and see how they function and what they do behind the scenes. I would love to have dinner with Uncle Kage. I'd like to be on stage, like the main stage at some point, just being like, hey, hi, I'm guest of honor, good to see you all. I just want to say that you all are lovely and I love you and keep being you, and just... I would do like a full-on motivational speech. That's what I would want to do. I'd want to do like a motivational speech on Anthrocon's main stage. I think that would be absolutely amazing. So, hey, there's still time. It might happen. So we'll see. But yeah, I think that's what I would do. And also I would want to give the record number of hugs to everybody I find. Like, anybody I see, they get a hug. Just hug, 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 hug all weekend long. Just because I have that status. Hey, I'm guest of honor. Let me give you a hug. And then just keep doing that. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Ooh, this is a really good question. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Fox, very cute name, asks, what is your favorite movie? Any genre? Ooh, my gosh. I will give you my top 3 favorite movies. How about that? Number 1 is, and always will be, Dead Poets Society with Robin Williams. Number 2, as of recently, actually, believe it or not, within the past couple years, No Country for Old Men by the Coen brothers. Great movie. Makes very little sense if you watch it, but you gotta watch it a few times to kind of get a handle on it. And number 3 is Goodfellas. I know, weird. None of the top 3 are furry movies. I don't know why, but you gotta understand. Movies came before my time in the fandom, so honestly, I love movies, and I love good cinematic story movies, and all 3 of those movies, in my opinion, have absolutely amazing writing, and I love a good written movie. It's one of those things that I continually nerd out about, and anybody who knows me really knows how much I like good writing and good literature and so on, and I will watch all 3 of those movies to death over and over and over until I find any ones that can replace them. So until that day, those are my top 3. Yes. Let's see, our next question comes from Potato Lord 6853. Interesting name, but very cute. Congrats on 4K. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Haven't been watching super long, but I love what I've seen so far. Aw, I'm so glad you do. That means a lot to me. A question I always like to ask is, what is your favorite type of bug? That's a very good question. And they say the answer can be as general or specific as you like. Ooh. And I'll get to the second part of your question here in a minute. But my favorite type of bug, probably has to be honeybees. I love honeybees. They are fascinating creatures, and they produce a lot for our environment, and probably also because both my grandfather and my dad were beekeepers, so I have a long history with honeybees in my life, so I have to say honeybees will always be my number 1. And your second question is also, do you have a favorite genre of book or have any reading suggestions? Have a wonderful day. As a matter of fact, I do. My favorite genre of book is psychological, so I like good psychological novels, but I also like, I guess you could call them self-help, but they're more so just insight books. So, for example, my favorite artist/author is Austin Kleon. He talks a lot about creativity and how artists can thrive in today's world with social media and how you can get your work out there. He has a trilogy of creativity books, so go check them out. It is Steal Like an Artist, as weirdly as that sounds, Keep Going, and Show Your Work. Those are the 3 books that he has, and they are all fantastic reads. Highly recommend them. So, other than that, I also recommend a book, 2 books by Dale Carnegie. One is How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, as generic as that sounds, it's actually a very good read. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Another generic name, but the examples that he gives in that book, absolutely just timeless. And the third one is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Those are the personal journals of Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. I believe like 19 BC or something like that, or 190 BC. Can't remember exactly when he reigned, but it's his personal journals, and he talks a lot about the human condition and how we can interact with others and live a happier, more fulfilled life. So shout out to Marcus. Long gone, but not forgotten. Oh, okay. Hello, Chase. Priest Chase says and asks, congrats on 4K subs, Samson. Well, thank you, Chase. I always love when in your live streams that you're always able to help me through my worst of things, like you did the last time. Oh, it's my pleasure. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you're continuing to improve as well. I really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough for being a true friend. Aw, it's absolutely my pleasure, Chase. Anytime you ever need anyone to talk to, you just let me know, and I will do my best to be there. So I appreciate your kind words and for you always being there and being supportive. Your question is, if you were able to choose 3 movies, shows, game characters that you wish would become real, who would you choose? Your picks are Flubber, Poe from Kung Fu Panda, good choice, and King DDD. Oh, alright, okay, good lineup. Oh, if I wanted 3 movie characters or show or game characters to become real, I'm just going to rattle off 3 that I could think of. The first one would be Luna from Hell of a Boss, because reasons. Number 2 would be probably Diane Foxington from The Bad Guys. And let's see, did I say 2 or 3? I can't remember. Anyway, number 3, I lost count because I'm stupid. I'm very stupid. Probably Crystal from Star Fox. I'm just going to say it because, come on. Just saying. Or I would even throw in Lola Bunny. There we go. And last but not least, Nick Wilde. I know that was 5. Oh well. You got my picks. There you go, Chase. Yeah, our next question comes from Big Rivera 2469, and they ask, congrats, I'm a new subscriber and I've been loving your work thus far. Well, thank you so much. And they say it's a little bit of a basic question, a lot to discuss, but what one moment or more set you off to do YouTube, and for so long, several years now? What's your motivation and drive? Because I love your work and want to see more from you. Well, thank you, and you will be seeing more. Mark my woof, you'll be seeing a lot more. But to answer your question, I've always loved doing YouTube. As a matter of fact, before I had this channel, I had, 3 other channels that did not work out too well. They were mostly gaming centric, and I didn't know a whole lot about gaming at the time, or capture cards, or anything like that. Heck, I didn't even have a PC at the time. I had an old HP Pavilion laptop, which got hot to the touch whenever you put it on your lap. But that was like my primary idea behind doing YouTube, was gaming videos, because I loved gaming. That was back when gaming videos were on the rise, and it was a new thing, and YouTube had never seen anything like that before, and I tried my best to jump on that train by doing Call of Duty videos, Battlefield videos, any game I could really play. Played a lot of indie horror games on my old gaming channel, and then some, and then I discovered the fandom, and here we are. So I've always loved content creation for that reason, and you can even take it as far back as childhood. I've always loved to cosplay. I like to be in different costumes. I was very much the drama kid and the theater kid back in school, so a lot of that had to do with my wanting to create and my wanting to perform and do something like this. So a lot of this stemmed from my past and my time growing up, and I've always had the need to entertain. I've always had the need to show my talents and to show the world that there is capability here, and sure enough, here we are. 4,000 subscribers later. I can't believe it. After all these years, it is finally showing, and I could not be more happy with it. And I would not trade any of it, because I love doing this, and I love entertaining, and I love just being a big fluffy animal for all of you people. Like, yeah, what a turnaround from going from theater drama kid to fursuit. Like, I guess it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, what? You know, to like the layman, they'd be like, huh? What? How did this happen? But hey, here we are, and I ain't hating any minute of it. So, thank you for your question. Our next question comes from Abram Davidson, and they say rather, congrats on the 4K, Sammy. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Do you ever plan on doing another homemaker ASMR video like your welcome home video? I really love the ones that you just... Wait, I really love those ones just as much as the made ones. Well, thank you very much. Yes, I do intend to make another like welcome home type video because the first one got age restricted. I don't know why. I still don't know why to this day. There's nothing in the video that would cause any sort of age restriction to happen. But yes, there will be an additional welcome home video. I've been doing a lot of sequels lately, so who knows? That might be the next ASMR. Who knows? You know? Thank you for your question, Abram. Our next question comes from Sparks of Magic. Magic, yay! And they ask, wow, congrats, that's a big milestone. Well, thank you so much. I agree, and I still can't believe it. And they ask, my question is to you, do you like ice cream? I love ice cream. As a matter of fact, I was craving it just minutes ago. I was out with a friend tonight, and we decided to not stop for ice cream, and I was thinking, you know what, I probably should have stopped for ice cream. Sad Kippy. But that's okay. If you're wondering, my favorite flavor of ice cream of all time is Moose Tracks. Yes, Moose Tracks with a little bit, just a little bit of coffee, like mixed in. Nom 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 nom. I melt, pun intended. Well, that about does it for our Q&A session here for 4,000 subscribers. Sorry, 4,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to thank you all once again so much for your unyielding support and your love and all of the you all are my motivation. You all are the reason that I do this, and if it wasn't for you, I would not be here. I would not be doing this. I'd be doing something probably completely different. You are what makes this fandom absolutely enjoyable and just so beautiful, because all of you are beautiful. And I don't say that lightly. Like, I mean it when I say every single day you help me live my dream. And even though I may hit some dry spells here and there, or some things may happen with scheduling, and I may have some issues with uploading at times, you continue to stick with me, and I could not be more grateful for that. And I can't be more grateful for the friends that I have, the family that I have, like all of you, just everybody who has some sort of involvement in this channel and who have some sort of involvement in my life, because to be honest, you are what makes me who I am, and I would not be the person I am without anybody like that. Until next time, this has been Samson KittyFox. We'll be back next video with more ASMR and more of the content you love, more live streams, and then some. Mwah. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for enjoying this time. And thank you for allowing me to answer some of your questions. I love you all. Bye. Bye. Love you.